my mom first noticed my tremor whenever I would wake up in the morning. I was very shaky. It took a minute for me to wake up.
3, 4, 5, 6 months old, and around in that time. You know, babies that they put themselves up on their elbows and they push themselves up, you know, meeting those milestones as babies. Gracie would airplane. You know, of course, being a new mom, I thought that was cute. Come to find out really quick with occupational and physical therapy, taking her to the daycare where they had those services, this was not normal.
I would go and take a drink of a cup of milk and I would reach for it and almost dump all of it almost all over me or all over the table.
So we noticed these things when she was at a very young age. And then as she grew older, the tremors that we started seeing in her fine motor skills.
It was in 3rd grade, I would start writing or learning cursive, and I would almost get an F every time because I just couldn't do it. I tried really hard. It was really bad. We went over to the psychologist and she did a couple, you know, I wouldn't say exercises, but to see what was actually going on. And she was like, well, since your child has all these other symptoms and these symptoms, I'm pretty sure, along with having a family history on my mom's side and my dad's side of essential tremor, that she was pretty sure that I had essential tremor.
So when we think about how common is ET in children of people who have ET, it is about 50%. One of the things that I always do whenever I see a new patient who's coming to see me for tremor is I'll examine the parents. It's often the case that the parent doesn't even know he or she has a tremor until I'm examining them and point out that they have a tremor.
It was very hard for me to do nearly anything. I couldn't brush my teeth. It was hard for me to tie my shoes, so my dad would end up tying my shoes for me. Getting dressed was a big issue because every time I went to pull up my pants, my hands would slip free from my pants. It was very hard for me to put on my glasses. Either I'd poke myself in the eye on accident, or either end up the earpiece just not fitting over my ear.
One of the biggest challenges in managing folks with ET is that ET is not just the tremor. A lot of folks with ET have things like anxiety disorders. A lot of folks with ET have migraine headaches. So you really have to think about managing the whole person, not just the tremor, when it comes to managing kids and teens with ET.
Usually people will mistake me for being on drugs and why my pupils are so big, and I'm like, well, I take medication and I also have essential tremors.
The struggle that she has endured has been hard to watch. It's been hard to be that mom, you know, with that child that you can't fix.
We had come to Dr. Coffman. My mom's like, we've tried everything. He then said, well, the last chance that we do have and the final chance is deep brain stimulator surgery.
That was hard. That was a hard visit. He said, you know, we have a stimulator that is called a deep brain stimulator. He, you know, walked us through the process of this is what that looks like. I was terrified.
It's helped me a lot. I'm able to get dressed on my own. I'm able to be more focused on my handwriting instead of focusing so much that it makes my hand and wrist tired. I can just write down and it'd be easy. Brushing my teeth is a whole lot more easier instead of sticking the toothbrush inside of my mouth and then like jabbing my gums because the tremors were so bad. Brushing my hair has become a lot more easier. Putting on my glasses, just a whole bunch of things along with tying my shoes. It's become a lot more easier than it was.
DBS stimulator has been an amazing turnaround for her. She still has the tremor. The tremor will never completely go away, but it's manageable. Dr. Coffman, I tell you, he's been a miracle worker for our daughter for a long time.
My future plan is to become an international speaker. Maybe I can help others be inspired by me or have just maybe even someone learn something new about it.